So now I'm going to show you one of the most important pieces of our kit. This is the EEG cap. It's the most unattractive, expensive swimming cap you'll ever see. It costs around £2,000 alone and houses about 70 electrodes or sensors all around it. Now these electrodes pick up the electrical activity of the brain, and today we're going to show you how this works. So I'm going to place this on Malcolm's head. So if I ask you to hold that, Malcolm, thank you. Brilliant. Okay. You've just put 2 fingers there for me. That's perfect. I'm just going to pull that down. So now that the cap is nicely fitted on Malcolm's head, we can make sure that all the electrodes are aligned in the right place and then start to attach these electrodes. Now 2 of them are responsible for being a reference. Now these go on the mastoid bone just behind the ear. This is because there's very little electrical activity coming from there. And the remaining 4 go around Malcolm's eye, so we'll have 1 here and 1 here, and 1 here and 1 here. And these measure the horizontal and vertical eye movements, including blinks. Now blinks produce about 100 times more electrical activity than the brain itself, so by measuring them now, we can take them out during the analysis. So now that all the electrodes are attached and aligned in the right place, we can now start to fill each electrode with the electrolyte gel. Now we use this applicator so that we can position the gel equally across all electrodes and it's comfortable for the participant. So Malcolm, now I'm going to start to insert the gel into a few electrodes. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to place that in there. So we've connected Malcolm to the amp and got a really good connection. So now we can start to have a look at the data he's producing. I must stress this is his live brain activity that we're seeing on the screen now. So for example, Malcolm, could you blink repeatedly for me? So as Malcolm is blinking, we're seeing these blinks come up in the front of the brain. So the muscle activity is producing them all the way across. Okay, Malcolm, could you now clench your face really tightly, grit your teeth together? Excellent. So again, we can see that the muscle activity is causing differences in brain activity that Malcolm's producing. Okay, finally, Malcolm, could you try and relax yourself as much as possible? Close your eyes and breathe really deeply. Excellent. So again, we can see the alpha activity that Malcolm is producing here. Now, alpha activity tends to be when a participant is quite relaxed but awake. Only 75% of the population can produce this, but as we can see here, Malcolm can produce some excellent alpha activity. So now that we've had a look at Malcolm's brain activity, we can actually move on to the study. So I'm going to head next door so we can get it set up.